Hey guys, Joshua Peterson here with Peterson Electric. I try to do a video here once to twice a week for you. This one's going to be done at my own house for my own tool. The video is December, like a week before Christmas on 2018. This is in regards to a heater. It's going to be one of those blow heaters. The 70,000 BTU, the flame on the front. Has a sensor inside, and it's a heat stream, and it's going to be an HS70TKFA, King Falcon Alpha. It's basically 120 volt rated, has a thermostat here, has an on and off, pretty easy to use, a little float switch gauge, kerosene. Takes good kerosene right in there. Pretty good sized tank. You want to make sure that your kerosene is running clean. I mean, that stuff I do not think has a tendency to get a lot of condensation in it, but try to keep your can, if you can, not in the cold and the freezing hot and cold here in Colorado. Here's a 110 plug right there. I'm not sure what that's going to be rated for, so I wouldn't get too crazy on that and blow it if you're putting on a 1500 watt, appliance or cord on that. Right in here is going to be your pressure gauge for the air. This right here is a diaphragm that's got a filter. And this right here is going to be your cover. Now, I painted my cabinets last week, and as you can see, I have a little bit of paint on that screen I'm going to clean off. After about 2 hours, it was sucking in little teeny paint particles on that for my cabinets, and it turned itself off. So I had to go into here and take out these 3 screws. This lid pops open because of these hinges. Then inside of there, I took off these 3 or 4 screws. I was able to take this off and clean the diaphragm in there behind this plastic piece, and then clean this filter and put it back in. Now, this piece unscrews if you want to. It doesn't hurt it if you need to. Then there's a little fan back inside of here, and I'll go ahead and open that up for you here. But keep in mind that mine turned off, and I had to clean it all just to get the air flow correct inside of that. Without that, it kept turning off within about 6 seconds. So if the complaint is, I hear ignition click, 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 but it doesn't turn over, that's because you possibly have an ignition issue or no kerosene. Now, if it kicks over and turns on, but it only lasts about 9 seconds, then the issue with it lasting 9 seconds is what I had going on inside of here. Now, inside of this is going to be your igniter. Still hot because I was running it. This is going to be a thermal overload sensor. This is going to be your torch. This is your fuel line, if you will, your kerosene, and then your air tube. This air tube I had to blow out. And I didn't take it off here because this is going to start to crack and break. So I took this apart right here with 4 more screws. I took the air line off that goes right up into here. I took this off and I blew into this and cleared out the valve through, because this is where the air and the fuel mix. And then your fan right here, we're getting a pretty good size little 1/4 horsepower, 1.4 amp fan. And that's what's sucking the air in to push it to cool this heater, as well as keep it running appropriate. There is a piece that tends to break, and it's going to be, it's back inside of here. There's an armature, and if it starts to crack and has a hairline crack, it'll break right in there. So you take these 4 screws out, and then a couple more inside of there. And then right inside of that is going to be, it looks like 4 little magnets that are round. It's like a round circle and cut in squares, I believe. So anyways, I've had issue. I checked that, it wasn't broke. This is going to be part of your electronic start. And again, you don't want to use this if you're going to be a painter. If you're trying to heat up the garage, we had taped off my whole inside of my garage and hung the cabinets and the doors and sprayed them. You do not want to use this. This will not work past about 2 hours, or you'll clog it and you'll wreck it. So I had to clean it all out. I got it clean. It's working again. You want to use probably one of those kerosenes that are just one of those radiant type. You're going to take your cord, plug it in. You know you got 120 volt. Now my GFCI up there, right about there, had tripped because I barely got a little bit of water on this, and it sensed it, so it tripped. So just make sure your GFCI is working. You don't have to have this shut to make it work. Turn it in the on position. Make sure your thermostat is high. You hear it click, 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 click. Igniter's starting to coil. After you change it out, you can take this off. Again, guys, a great heater. Definitely heat up a basement if you're trying to wire it. Would definitely suggest this, but again, make sure your air is clean. Thanks, guys.